We'd go in my mom's closet and like do dress up, and I'd walk around in her like bright red high heels. How's it going, fellas? Tristan here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all the childhood signs that I was gay. Now, there's not many of them, but I've scavenged up some good ones, and the thing about it for me is when I was young, like, there really weren't that many childhood signs I was gay. None of my friends, none of my family, like my parents, no one really expected I was gay before I came out to them, aside for a small group of people, and that was my 3 best gymnastics friends, like the guys who I trained with, like, 20 plus hours a week for, like, I don't know, pretty much my whole life. Those 3 guys were the only ones who expected I was gay. So I'm joined here today with one of them, Remy.
How's it going?
Yeah, and so he was like literally one of the only people who thought I was gay, and so I'm gonna be picking his brain a little bit and some signs that he saw of why he thought I was gay before I came out. So first off, I'm just gonna ask him, what was the first thing you saw you thought I was gay?
There honestly wasn't like one thing that, you know, popped out as, oh wow, this guy could be gay. It was more so like a culmination of many different like little things that over time, like, we spent so much time with you in the gym, you know?
Yeah. To give you an idea, we worked out like 6 days a week together for like the time we were in 7th grade on. So like I probably spent more time with Remy and those other 2 guys than like any other people in my life growing up. Besides, I guess maybe my parents. I don't know.
It's funny how like your parents, your brother didn't know either though.
Yeah, no, my parents and brother had no idea. But yeah. So all right, I'm gonna say my first sign that I thought. Wait, where'd my phone go? It has all my notes on it. All right, so the first sign that I'd say I thought first sign as a child that I was gay is that I never really friended girls. I only like friended guys, and I could like go out of my way to like become friends with a guy who like wasn't in my friend circle, but like I just thought was like a cool guy. And I always talked to guys. I always like wanted to be like hanging around guys, like all guys were my friends, and I just kind of like ignored girls, honestly. Like I don't want to say like I ignored them completely, but for the most part, I just didn't have girlfriends, and I was just really interested in talking to guys.
Yeah, I remember at Crenshaw's, Tristan, whenever like he was really friendly with the girls team at Crenshaw's, and not in the same way that some of us were. Like every time like we talk about any girl, you know, and we'd say something like, oh wow, she's pretty hot.
Yeah.
He wouldn't really talk in the same way that we would about that.
Yeah, that's definitely also another sign that I was gay, was that like, you know, sleepovers, hanging out with your guy friends, your dudes, like, you know, they're always like looking at girls on Instagram like, oh, like check out her ass, like dude, like what, like dude, she has some nice tits, like stuff like that. You know, like people like do stuff like that, and pretty much like I was always like, I never really added to those conversations. I just like, I didn't like it. I always wanted to be like, guys, let's just, I don't know, let's just like swim in the pool or something. So that was just something I could never participate in. And you know, they would always ask, like, especially in middle school, like, oh, who do you have a crush on? And I was just like, I never really had like a crush. Like there are three girls I would say from like as early as I can remember till now that I would say I like had like a crush on or liked a little bit. Really, they were just friends, like, or girls who I thought were cool, I was friendly with. But because they're like the only girls who I would say like I thought were cool, I was like good friends with, then that's why I'd be like, oh, like I have a crush on them. But like I didn't actually have a crush. There was no like romantic feel there, just us being friends and then being cool girls.
Yeah, that's another thing. You like never really hit on girls or never had a girlfriend or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, never had a girlfriend. Obviously that's a sign. I've never had a girlfriend.
I don't know. I know some guys that have never had a girlfriend still.
Yeah. But they're gay. Just kidding.
Yeah, you're really not like a flamboyant person at all.
Yeah.
So all the signs were not flamboyant or anything like that. They were just more so how you interacted with guys and girls over time.
Yeah. That makes sense. And that's why I guess it would take someone to like know me really well, like Remy, to like pick up on those little signs that I was gay, because yeah, they're not like super obvious, I would guess. Well, now they are, but
Yeah.
Yeah. But while we're on the topic of girls, there is one kind of sign that, this is like one of the earliest signs that I was gay, and that was, so, you know, like a lot of guys who are gay, not a lot, I mean, I don't know, some of them just like only have girlfriends, like, so I was the opposite in that way. However, in kindergarten and 1st grade, I remember my mom telling me, and I kind of remember this a little bit, was I was like the only guy in kindergarten and 1st grade who wasn't afraid to like talk to girls and be friends with girls. So like a story my mom told me was like we'd be at a little round tables, and like all the other kids, they only talk to the guys in their circle, the girls talk to their girls, like, you know, like when you're in kindergarten and 1st grade, you don't really mingle with other girls. But I was like the only one who I wasn't necessarily like best friends with the girls, but I could totally talk to them, be friends with them. I don't know, share snacks, share pencils with them, you know, whatever you do in 1st grade. But yeah, so I was not afraid to talk to girls and I'd be friendly with them, but I just like, definitely like all my good friends, people who I like was interested in hanging out with, were all guys. Do you have any other signs?
Yeah, definitely. I think over like the past, how many years we were at Crenshaw's for? Like 7,
yeah,
maybe 8. Like your tone of voice is like talking to you for 10 minutes, I would never suspect that you were gay.
Yeah.
Like your tone of voice is not flamboyant at all.
Yeah.
And your mannerisms aren't flamboyant at all. But over time, like ever so slightly, we could sort of deduce something that something was there, especially when you were excited or if we had been drinking. Like your tone.
We didn't drink in high school.
Yeah, your tone, your mannerisms, like just there was something there that I don't know. We kind of knew.
Yeah. No, I could definitely see that.
Also, you always like avoided aggression, whether like if we were like roughhousing around like as a guys team or whatever, just like wrestling or whatever. You never really were a part of that, you know, never like punching each other just as guys would do.
Yeah.
Also, like locally, you never really got in arguments with anyone, like which is not a bad quality to have at all.
Yeah, talking about the roughhousing thing, I remember, so like, you know, like, we're guys, all friends, like, we would like roughhouse around, but like, I never wanted to be like accused of being gay or called gay. Like, even at the time I didn't like recognize it that I was gay, like I thought I was straight, I like didn't want to be like mistaken for gay for some reason, because I guess internally I knew. So I would like intentionally, like if like people were roughhousing or like, you know, like I don't know, wrestling, anything like that, I would like be like intentionally like not like touch people, like I don't know, like I like grab by the shoulders, like push them down by the shoulders, but not like I don't know, like grab like near the waist. I don't know, I was always like very like conscious of that. One other thing I can think of is that when I was really young, so like my cousin would come over to our house after elementary school at the time. She was like 4 years older than me, and we would just I don't know, like have snacks, you know, hang out until like her mom got home from work. And my mom might be like getting ready for something. We'd go in my mom's closet and like do dress up. Not really dress up, like she would do whatever, I don't know. She like would teach me dances, you know, she was all into that stuff. But what I remember doing is my mom had these bright red high heels that I just like thought were the coolest things. So like whenever we were hanging out, I'd put them on and I'd walk around in her like bright red high heels. I had to been like, I don't know, second, third grade, maybe first grade. Like I was really young at the time, definitely not older than 10 when I was doing this. But yeah, so I don't know if that's something that like all guys might do sometimes, try on their moms. I don't know, you ever do that?
Nope.
I don't know. Maybe that could have been a sign, but like it's not something I did a lot, and not something I did when I was older, but I would wear like these red high heels when I was like super little. One thing I think some people might think is a sign that I was gay, but I would say it's definitely not, and don't want to like, would want to clear up this like stereotype. But a lot of people think like a lot of gymnasts are gay, and they just say like, I don't know, like that could probably be like a sign, but I honestly really don't think that is, because what? Yeah, no, I was saying most gymnasts are not gay. Like, I don't know why people think that or have that stereotype, maybe because there's like a couple that people know about. But like, so for example, like I was in college with a bunch of gymnasts, like part of the team there, and we had, I'd say there was always a little over 20 people on the team each year. And like being there for 3 years, you know, there's probably like 30 plus guys, 30, 35 guys that were on the team while I was there at some point in time. And of all of them, like the entire time I was there were a total of 3 guys who were gay, and that's over 30 people. So that's like less than 10% of the people like of the gymnastics team was gay. And they say like the general population is about 5%, so maybe that's like a little bit more than like, I don't know, the general population, but it's not like anything like that staggering. So majority of gymnasts, just to let you know, are not gay. So yeah, so Remy knew I was gay, like had suspicions before. I remember after my first semester of college, I like stayed with him for like a month that Christmas break, or a month, like a week. And anyways, one night we were just hanging out, and he was just like, hey, like, Trista, are you like gay or bisexual? Just like should have asked me that. And at that time, like I had been thinking it a lot in my head, but like I hadn't come out to anyone. I was not ready to come out, and I was just like nope, like I'm straight, like 100% straight. And, oh yeah, I like girls. And he was just like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And then like the topic died for a while, but I remember like when I like came out to him, it wasn't so much like I came out to him, I don't know, he made me feel comfortable. Because remember when I said in my coming out video, if you haven't seen it, I'll link at the end of the video, like my biggest fear was guys, like my good guy friends would treat me differently if I was gay, like things wouldn't be the same. And one day I was just like, you just take it, you tell the story from there.
Tell the story? Yeah. We were driving in the car, and I think I said something along the lines of, you know, Tristan, there is nothing you could do, and so James, Grant, and I were...
Those are the 2 other friends from gymnastics.
Yeah. So us 4 were really close, and I think I said something like, Tristan, there's, no matter what like your sexual preferences, there's absolutely nothing that you could do that we would treat you any differently.
Yeah.
I think I straight up said that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much right what you said. And then I was like, yeah, well, thank you, like I'm actually happy because like I'm gay, blah blah blah, and came out, it was cool. But yeah, so it's good to have a friend like Remy to do that. Thank you for helping me with this video, and digging up all the childhood signs that I was gay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video on Gay Week. Peace.
Peace.
Oh yeah, you wanna do it? Do it. Peace. Slam it.
Peace.
See ya.